Hello and welcome back to Yorkshire Talks. I'm Matt Jameson.
And I'm Christine Talbot. And together we're talking to a new generation of Yorkshire folk with a different story to tell. We're finding out what makes them tick and why they love God's own country so much.
And we're delighted to say that this episode is sponsored by Patient.info, the UK's leading independent health information website.
Yes, with trusted evidence written by health professionals. It's the place where millions of people are going every month to find out well-informed decisions about their health and well-being.
So for reliable tools, articles and resources, why not visit Patient.info? So how are you, Christine? What have you been up to?
I'm all right. I'm sort of trying to do dry January. What about you?
Yeah, the same. How are you getting on? It's going really well then.
You're really good because you always do it properly.
I do.
Yeah, but I've learned the egg cup trick. If you're absolutely desperate, you have an egg cup.
Of what?
Of wine.
But you can't have any wine if you're doing dry January.
I know, but that just sort of gets that craving, egg cups. Tip for next year.
I'm going to try that. An egg cup of wine. Sounds amazing.
Every day.
Every day.
10 egg cups a day.
10 egg cups a day. First thing in the morning, egg cup of wine. Brilliant. Well, we're so excited for our guest that we've got on today. Now, as a multi-award winning radio presenter, you will definitely recognise this lady's tones across the airwaves, especially if you listen to Radio 1.
Yes, and especially if you listened through December when she and her presenting partner, Danny Mylo, were presenting the Radio 1 breakfast show. It's a dream come true scenario for Danny and for our next guest, who I'm about to announce.
How many egg cups have you had today?
Well, I'm going to give it away now. I'm going to give it away because the Mylo and Rosie show was a massive hit across our airways in this part of the world on Hits Radio here in West Yorkshire. But things have moved on.
They have, and you may also know her for warming up arenas as a presenter with BBC One's Gladiators as well. But yeah, we're super excited to have...
Yeah. And she's a model.
And she's a model.
And she's a designer.
Looking absolutely fabulous today.
Yeah.
As always.
And she's a creative artist. Yeah. So please welcome the amazing Rosie Madison.
Oh,
yes.
Welcome.
We
got there in the end.
I enjoyed the egg cup tips. That's it. I'm not drinking tonight. I'm just going to have a dozen egg cups.
Because it doesn't count.
It doesn't.
It's like when you eat. It's like when you eat standing up or you eat straight out the box. There's no calories.
That's it.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know that.
You shake the chip first, all the calories fall out as well.
Yeah, true.
Wow,
true.
I need to learn that tip. Learn that tip. But welcome. We're super excited. So, everything that you've been doing so far has just been a dream come true. You've had so many different things on your CV that you've been up to. Where did it all start?
I think the term, Matt, is jack of all trades, master of none. Where did it all start? Where did radio start or the other extra?
Well, if we start with the radio, then how did that all come about?
I was the receptionist or cover receptionist back on Galaxy 105 in Leeds. Do you remember Galaxy?
I do remember
You
Galaxy.
were the receptionist there.
I was the receptionist.
Wow.
Did you come as a guest?
Well, I probably did. I probably met you and said hello because I did. I used to go on Galaxy back in the day when it was Hirsty's Daily Dose.
That's
and,
it.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. So it was Hirsty's Daily Dose. Jojo got pregnant and they were looking for someone to cover. And then it was Hirsty at the time that went, that 18-year-old on reception is quite funny. So let's stick around. And that was it.
Steph was our guest on the last series.
Wow.
So it's amazing. So thanks to Steph Hurst. You got your
thanks to Steph Hurst that the numbers dropped quite dramatically.
I'm sure that's not the case.
No, I have everything to thank Steph for. So no, she's a dear friend. She's like family to me and Mylo. I love her.
Was that something then that you thought you wanted to get into? Or was it just by complete fluke that you ended up going on air?
I always knew I wanted to perform. But when you are 18 years old, you're in this big, crazy, sparkly radio station, all these amazing guests coming in. You're like, I want to do that. I want to be that. But you don't want to say it out loud, do you? You don't want to say it and say, oh.
So you always knew you wanted to go into 100%. This kind of world.
Yeah.
But what was your childhood like? Where are you from and what kind of life did you have?
From North Arran, just outside of Halifax, and had the best childhood, brought up by two teachers around Yorkshire, and they gave me every opportunity that I could have wished for. So I'm very tall. I don't know if you've noticed. It comes across. I am 6'2". So again, when I was like 12 and they thought, what, to give us something positive at what I would have been about 6 foot then or something like that,
Right.
we'll send a model in so she can be confident about her height. And there's a positive. I did, I was the county captain at netball and all that lot. And then I got into performing and went to Stage 84 Performing Arts in Idle in Bradford, and now proud patron of them as well. So I got to go on stage.
People have come out of that. Was it Kimberly Walsh? Was she with part of all that?
Yeah, a lot of people did better. Yeah. Thank you. Kimberly and her sister Amy as well were in that. So lots of people. Jack P. Shepherd, got to drop the P in there.
Oh, yeah.
Jack P. Shepherd.
Yeah.
Well, he. Do you know? I remember I went to intake.
You were rivals.
I know. I was in intake. I was at the drama college at intake,
right, okay.
and I remember Jack was there when I was in the sixth form, but he was only in like year 7 or 8, and he was a right little lad.
Was it?
Right,
Yeah.
I don't think that's changed. He won't mind me saying, but he still looks like he's in year 7 or 8.
But at that stage, did you know what you wanted to do, or were you just enjoying doing all these different things?
I think I knew I wanted to perform. I just didn't know in what capacity. And at 6'2", it's quite hard to find a part that I could fit because I couldn't be like one of the orphans in Annie and then have this massive one at the back just eating the curtain. So I knew I wanted to perform, and I knew I wanted to make people laugh.
Yeah.
That's one thing for me, and Mylo's the same. Like, when we're with people, it's not about us being centre of attention. I want to make you happy, and I want to walk away going, do you think they liked it? Do you think they laughed enough? It's not about me. It's like, are you having a nice time? That's what it is. And I think that's for all performers, especially people who do it with humour. It's about, I want to entertain you.
And it's about building that connection as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
And making sure that, like you said, that you've got that personality that's coming across.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not a part that we're playing. This is who we are. Yeah. And one of the biggest compliments that anyone could give us or has given us is, I feel like I could go to the pub with you, Mylo. And I'm like, look, come on, why did you
I reckon that'll be a great night.
Twice.
Well, we're just on our way now. So,
See, so you go ahead.
I was just going to say, you touched on the modelling. So what modelling did you do? And was that, because obviously being 6'2", that I guess is a perfect height for a female model. Yeah. What avenue did that go down, and why did that not kind of work out, or did you not enjoy it?
I discovered I quite like food, actually, Matt.
Okay.
At the end, I was 12 and I was just straight up and down, and I went down to London. I did a bit
12,
of London
that's young
Fashion
to be a
Week.
model.
It was, but I was like a stick.
London Fashion Week at 12 years old. Wow.
And then I hit puberty and I got hips, and it was hard to learn that at that age, that I wasn't getting the castings anymore, and I couldn't understand why I wasn't, because I was 13 and I was like, but I got them last year and I'm not getting them now, and because I started getting curves. That's hard. It was a different time. Plus size models didn't exist then.
No.
Not as much.
Well, they would never call you plus size anyway, but
they weren't as encouraged. Yeah. I never got that opportunity, which is a shame. And I think for the right reasons, the world's changed. That brought a lot of anxiety later in life about weight and about, back in the 90s, it was always better to be thinner. Was it? Is it? Yeah. I think we've learned a lot now. You know what I mean?
A lot of pressure.
So at that point, my parents took me out of that. Once it started being negative, took me out, and then I went into sport. Then I went into performing on stage and singing.
Right. So you were actually performing, singing and acting and I guess as well.
Acting badly, but singing hopefully
Are you a
slightly.
good singer then?
Do you want to go karaoke?
Yeah. Let's do it. That's the next night out.
You two can both sing then.
Go on. What's your favourite musical?
My favourite musical.
So I'll turn it around, I'll interview you two. Thanks for coming on to my podcast.
Do you know what? I have to say it is Chicago, because I would love to play Billy Flynn.
Oh, you'd be very
great,
good.
Billy
love
Flynn.
to do Billy Flynn. That would be amazing.
Oh, that'd be really good.
What's your dream role?
Lady of the Lake.
Oh.
Yeah, in hang on, my brain goes dead. Who's it? Monty Python. Holy Grail.
Oh, the Holy Grail.
Holy
yes.
Grail. Yeah, Lady of the Lake. I just, it's amazing. Have you ever seen Monty Python's?
I've not.
No, I haven't
I've not
seen
seen
it.
the show
Brilliant.
on stage.
It's brilliant. Yeah, superb, hilarious. And yeah, you'll have to, there you go.
Yeah.
You've got some research to do now.
I've got some research to do. We'll go see it.
That or Les Mis, you know.
Oh.
Dream to Dream was always my audition song.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that always makes me cry.
Yeah, and then
that song.
Subo came along and then you couldn't really sing it anymore because it was like, oh, she's done it.
Yeah, I know. Did change it a bit, didn't it, for everybody, really?
Yeah. Do you sing?
No, I am the worst singer in the world.
Just
so
take your time to answer that.
yeah. I'll just
Come on,
think
give
about
us a
it.
tune.
Just
Give us
no
a
way.
tune.
I don't want people to turn off. But there you were. So you got your break
Yeah.
in radio.
Yeah.
And how did that develop? And that's obviously how it led to what you're doing now.
I just thought, I found my place and I found my people. So then I had to go back, you know, once Joji came back from maternity leave, I then had to go and learn how to do radio and how to press the buttons and all that lot. So, you know, I ended up in Hull on an overnight show and then on what was Viking FM on the breakfast show. And then you sort of move around and then on what was Pulse.
Yeah.
Pulse of
Pulse,
West
yeah, I
Yorkshire.
remember Pulse.
Again, Mylo was on mids and they were looking to move him onto breakfast and they were like, right, we need to put somebody with him. And it was Stephanie,
Right.
who went, I have got just the person for you.
Right.
And she put us together and that was it. And he has been my best friend ever since. Honestly, he's like a brother I've never had.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
I
So
love that man.
How long ago was that? What's your partnership?
12 years ago?
12 years.
I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think.
You are perfect with each other. You can
Yeah.
tell you're so in tune. You almost
Yeah.
like know what each other's going to say next.
Oh,
don't you?
absolutely. And I think we know where each other's skeletons are. Like, so
What do you mean?
Oh, there's so many. But, you know, we've always got each other's back.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. And like, we are like brother and sister, you know what I mean? He's my best friend. He's my person I go to. He's the person I ring. I am godmother to Hugo, you know, his son.
Who looks like a little mini Danny.
Oh, he does.
Isn't he? Looks
He
like-
acts like one as well
Does
at
he?
times. I love him, but he's a little cheeky monkey at times.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know, my sort of best man at my wedding. And I did a speech at his as well, a reading. And at my wedding, I said, I'd love you to be in the service and do a reading for me. And he said, oh, I'd be honoured. That would be wonderful. And I said, right, brilliant. He said, what am I reading? Thinking, is it going to be something from the Bible? And I went, no, I'll give it you on the day. Just read it out loud. And he was like,
What did you do?
well, I wrote it and I said, whatever's on the paper, you have to read it out loud and follow the instructions. And no one else knew that he didn't know what he was about to say. And he didn't know what he was about to say. So it was little things like, you know, say the next line in a really high voice. and I've never laughed so much. And it was like, you know, and there were little things of what he needed to do. And he like, start raising your arm. So he was going, so I'm so glad to be here today. And then people started cutting on. They didn't know what he was doing. And then
That's
there
a
was a
good
little
idea.
bit in it that said, I've just want to give you these gifts that I've bought for you. And he didn't know what was in the box. So he had to go and get these gifts and give us this box, which was filled with dead fish and egg and cress sandwiches. And, you know, it was just one big stupid
Oh my
funny.
God.
And he were laughing and everyone was laughing. And that was the best moment. And to have him do it as well.
as part
I
of
wouldn't
your
have-
day,
You couldn't
yeah.
have done that to anyone else. It was brilliant.
That is hilarious.
It was brilliant, honestly.
Yeah.
It was the best day.
Well, you were together a long time here in West Yorkshire, but then everything happened last year, didn't it?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
did it come about that you got the big break, that you probably a dream come true for both of you?
We have always said, on any show that we've done together, even back in, you know, Pulse West Yorkshire days, we had a Radio 1 filter and that was our quality control. So, because we knew we wanted to be the best that we could be. So with any piece of content or any jokes or anything we were coming up with, we're like, but what, would Radio 1 do it? And if the answer was no, then we wouldn't do it. We were like, no, come on, we need to aim better. And it was always a dream. So I remember when we got told over FaceTime that they said, oh yeah, we'd like you to start on Radio 1. And Mylo was sat on my right and he just grabbed me and he went, And I said, like, oh, sorry, on our behalf, can I just double check that you said that you're going to let us go on Radio 1 and do a show? And she was like, oh, yeah. And I looked at him and his eyes, and he was just like, you could see tears in his eyes. Do you know, like that moment in Shrek where the cat looks at you?
Yeah.
That was Mylo. And he was like, I'm going to be on Radio 1. I'm like, I know we are. And it was, it was just magical.
How did it come about? How did you make that transition?
We... Like a lot of things in radio, you have your chats with people, and you do your pilots and your
and you've got to put yourself out there, haven't you?
There's no in radio, it's a difficult industry, like a lot of industries, like a lot of performing industries. It's really, really difficult, and there's not I will have a look online and see what jobs are up for grabs. There's never radio jobs up for grabs, so you've got to.
It's about networking, isn't it? And about getting to know the right people in that arena.
Yeah.
So how did that start then? How did the conversation first start with Radio 1?
Well, I think we're very lucky that we had won all our ARIA awards. So we were possibly, hopefully, in the industry, we had a little bit of a name.
Yeah.
Or, people might have recognised, weren't Mylo and Rosie?
How many did you win altogether?
Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah.
3.
Three. And that is big.
So far. Big. Yeah. Three golds, 1 silver, technically.
Wow.
But you brought that up. So I think that helped because, we're two radio presenters, 2 best mates from a little station in Yorkshire. Yeah. You can get overlooked by the big boys and the bigger boys on the big shiny radio stations. So we were very lucky to
well, you were on their radar because of those awards and because of the following and everything that you were doing.
So luckily, exactly. So luckily, if we do have a meeting with someone, then they might say, "Oh, yeah, you do security on that radio station, don't you?" Yeah, that's us, yeah.
But what was that moment like, when you two first went down to... Do you do it in London? You do it from London?
So we've done it in Manchester at the studios there and Broadcasting House.
Right. What was that moment like the first time you went on air? The two of you together with your best friend?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Not only are we living our dream, but we're living it together. So you can have that conversation afterwards and share that joy. Just like I don't think we've ever held hands so much. Like just walking up, like hand in hand, like Hansel and Gretel. It was magical.
Yeah,
it was absolutely magical. And we were typical Yorkshire folk walking through London like this.
We're in the big smoke.
I know, well, a big city, feeling like Dick Whittington.
Yeah,
I don't know which one's Dick and which one's the cat, but magical. Our cheeks hurt because we were smiling so much, and it was like, we're walking through the office and someone like bumped into me, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and it was like, "Oh, that's Jeremy Vine." It's just
you've still not quite got used to it yet because you've been doing it about 8 months, something like that.
Yeah, you never will. You never will.
Yeah.
It's always exciting. And we said to the producer, we said, is this ever normal? And they were like, nope. No, it means that much to so many people. It's everyone's dream.
The lovely thing is as well about you two is everybody has been so happy for you. You are so loved in this part of the world, and I just got that feeling that it was like, oh my goodness, everyone's very proud of you.
We're so lucky to have the listeners that we've had over the years, and we always call them our family, and they absolutely are our family, and that will mean more to us than they will ever realise. That the messages that we got were so heartfelt and so, like you say, it was like, we had all these proud aunties, just saying, I'm really proud of you. And, and we brought them with us, and it was so lovely. In fact, like one of my, we've just got a new puppy, and it's named after one of our listeners,
What's it called?
Pam.
Pam
the puppy.
Pam, Fancy Pam sandwich, full name, but Pam. I just thought it's a good dog name, isn't it?
Yeah,
Pam?
I like that. I like that, Pam.
That's the good thing, isn't it? When you're on, I think on your radio, it's kind of an intimate sort of platform, isn't it? So everybody feels they know you, and you can do daft things, and kind of get away with an awful lot, can't you?
And I think as well, it's we always want to make people laugh, and no matter what they're going through. But I think what we found out when we were changing from hits to Radio 1, a lot of people poured their heart out to us and said, but I've been through X, Y, and Z with you, you know, and I think that is a real honour when people are so honest with us. Like, not a lot of people knew. Like, we used to speak to listeners off air who were going through treatment and stuff, and we'd always check up on them, you know, always drop them a message and things, just checking in, and because they like I said, they're our family, and so there was a lot more going on than I think a lot of people sort of gave us credit for. They just thought, oh, it's just them two trying to make people laugh and be silly again. But it's
and people feel like they are, you know, their friends.
Oh, but they are.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's,
it's the truth. They mean so much to us, you know. Yeah. Absolutely.
And it's building that relationship, like we said. Yeah. Do you feel like going on to Radio 1, there's now an added pressure? Is it scary?
Yes! Why wouldn't it be? Because it means so much. Yeah. It means so much. You know, I don't know if you saw on our socials, we filmed our first ever link on Radio 1, our first chatty bit. And I was like, you could literally see me deep breathing, and we did it, and we were really careful with what we are saying, and we were watching each other, and you know, and we just thought, just don't screw this first bit up, because once you do that, you'll know, you know, you visit Stumbletown and you're the mayor of it, and the moment the mics went down, we just got up and screamed, and we thought, that's it, we've done it. We got through the first one. Yeah, absolutely. It's so scary. It's a massive thing because it's always been our dream. It means so much. It was almost like, this can't not work. Yeah, because it's our everything. Yeah.
So at the moment, you're doing a lot of cover shows, but you're doing more and more. Yeah. Are you hopeful one day that you might get the permanent show?
We've always said our dream would be to get a lanyard.
Right, yeah, you're allowed in the building officially.
Do you know
then,
what I mean? Yeah. We're still at the bit where we have to give our fobs back in at the end of the day. But one day, and if not, we'll just keep it and run.
Yeah,
run. I mind up the security, like, I can outrun you.
Yeah, but has it going national? What difference has that made to your life? Are you you're obviously meeting famous people in the lift, but has it opened up new doors elsewhere?
I'm here.
Yeah. Well,
here before, wouldn't I?
This is the pinnacle, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. You know, just to be. It's pinch me. Like, if anyone says, "Oh, that's Rosie Madison and she's been on Radio 1," I'm like, yes, she has.
Yeah.
Honestly,
always can say that.
It's not a show off thing. It's genuinely, I'm fangirling what's going on, and Mylo's the same, and we're, you know, we have little giddy moments, and you know, we're just looking around the kitchen at Radio 1 and going, it's so cool. There's a hot water tap. It's got everything, honestly.
Do you know, it was so funny because I was listening to it the other day, and you were being referenced by some of the other presenters.
Was it?
On there.
Don't let them two back in again.
No. And I was just thinking, that is amazing.
What were they saying? Just plug in the next show.
They were talking about, I can't remember what the conversation was now, but we're saying, oh yeah, Rosie's like this and Rosie's like that. Oh. It was definitely about you, and I just thought, that is amazing to hear that. Knowing how much it's meant to you to then be on it.
But when you're listening to the radio and someone does reference you, because, you know, if they're colleagues and things, you never don't get excited about that. I'm like, my name's on the radio, even though you're on the radio and you've done a radio show. Yeah. It's still exciting, isn't it, if you get a shout out or anything like that?
It is, yeah. Have you got a moment that is throughout your career? Because obviously you've been doing it for a long time now. Is there a highlight for you so far of your career, would you say?
We've been asked this before for Radio Times. Again, I'm just so giddy. I'm like I've won a competition. And Mylo says, I'm going to ruin it if he's coming on this, so I'll just answer for him as well, because I'd do anyway. Mylo says it was the call with Radio 1. So we've got a few. It's the call with Radio 1. It's the anything to do with Radio 1 and those shows. And it's winning the ARIA Awards for me. Like, just to be appreciated or seen in the industry. Yeah. And when our names get read out, and I always do this, and Mylo looks at me and grabs me and goes, and we go up and hold hands together and stuff. So that is just moments, that's magical and
incredible.
But you've got a whole other career as well.
Yeah, I think the term is side hustle.
A side hustle that could become just as big, because that creative side of it, you're an artist and a fashion designer. You've just launched your own fashion label. Yeah. Well, Dorothy and Rose.
That actually came about from the ARIA Awards, which is like the radio BAFTAs, the Radio Awards, because I was like, I could never find anything to wear. And at 6'2", a bit more curvy back then, I was like, there's nothing that fits me that's unique or anything. And I thought, right, I'm going to design it myself. So I started doing that. And the clothes that I started wearing to the ARIAs, I'd come up with them. And then I thought, hang on a minute, I've got an art studio where I've got my own art business. Why don't I use my artwork, which is unique, and put that on the clothes that I wear? And then that was it. That was like the spark, and Dorothy and Rose was born. And so it's size inclusive, slow fashion that is created here in Yorkshire, which was very important for me to use creative, wonderful women from here in Yorkshire to make these pieces that makes anybody, no matter what height, what size, because the industry is ridiculous. As we know from me being 13, told to tone up a bit, it's not great. So why can't you be any size and any height and wear something that makes you feel like a walking work of art? So I thought, right, I'm going to make it myself.
And you always do.
Oh,
you always
that's
do.
one of your designs on your T-shirt.
Oh, well.
Yes.
I've got to do it. It's an advert. I'm on your podcast.
Know, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, of course you have. That's what you're here for, to show off everything about you. And very impressive it is as well. I really love that. Is it two lobsters?
2 lobsters. Yeah. I haven't got a nickname for this T-shirt, but I won't mention it. But use your imagination. Yeah, it's 2 lobsters. But again, the lobster has come from one of my paintings that I did at Harrogate House, which is my art studio.
Yeah.
So I thought, that lobster would look really cool on clothes. And one of my biggest compliments came from Mylo when I told him, I said, I'm going to create my own dress for the ARIA Awards. And he went, Anyway, I turned up and, you've had a few cheeky ones. We'd just won and it was amazing. And he said to me, and he was so honest, and you can imagine doing it in his voice. And he was like, when you told me you were going to design it yourself, I thought it was going to be... And then I won't swear because I don't know if it's a swearing podcast. But he said it was right good, isn't it? And I went, that is the biggest compliment ever. Thank you so much. He went, it works, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank you for having that confidence in me, best friend. Yeah. All the way through. He went, no, I've got to tell you, I thought we were going to look rubbish, but it looks right good.
Well, you look quite good.
Well, maybe it was symbolic because they say you're my lobster, don't they? That usually means you're my life partner. So I know you've got a husband as well, but
I do.
Danny could be your other life partner.
He can be my other lobster. Yeah. That's a bit more sort of drunk most days.
So there's 3 lobsters.
3 lobsters.
You should have three lobsters in this marriage.
Yeah, it's weird though. If I sort of we're talking and you just clip this bit and go, so that one's Matt and that one's called Mylo. No, that's really weird.
But every time I've seen you at events, because we've known each other a little bit of time now,
we have,
and you just look incredible. And every time,
so do you.
But you literally, it's show-stopping. Some of the stuff that you wear that you've designed yourself, and it looks absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
What's the kind of vision for this? Where do you want it to go?
I would just to see other women feeling good in what I wear. They've got pockets.
Oh, nice.
See,
always
that's important, isn't it? Got to have a dress with pockets. Just to feel, to see other women feeling fantastic in a piece of that I've designed would be
because you took part in the Up North runway show, didn't you? At Halifax Minster.
Yeah. And
showed off your and they looked amazing. I saw the pictures from that, and it's on the Up North runway Instagram account. Yeah. Just to show off your designs.
It seemed only right to sort of launch the fashion in Halifax, which is where I grew up. So it's just sort of the stars aligned with that one. And it was so wonderful to see my dresses on so many different shapes and sizes and beautiful human beings. And a lot of people said they look great and they felt great in them, which is,
Well, that's the main thing.
That's it. Do you know when you put something on, you're like,
feeling it.
Yeah.
And it's all about, because you can get so many pieces of clothing now that you chuck away. And, you've ordered it from a different country and it's made by people who don't necessarily get paid the right amount that they should. And there's thousands and thousands of these pieces made. Well, this might take a while to create it, but you're creating it for you by some, again, wonderful people here in Yorkshire, because we've got a wonderful trade. This is the whole thing, we've got all these mills that this is where it all began.
And it is. Do you ever see a day when that will become your main thing one day, or do you want to keep the dual careers going?
I think I'm very lucky to have I'm a different person a different day. So one day I can be Rosie on the radio and the next day I'm covered in paint and I'm an artist. And then the next day I'm, on a catwalk and stuff with my fashion clothing. So that's what's really exciting. But I have to say that my heart is always in radio.
Yeah.
I'm always presenting, especially with Mylo by my side.
Yeah, yeah. Because you can actually see if your artwork is on display, isn't it? You've got an exhibition at Harrogate House, haven't you?
Yeah, so Harrogate House is what it's called.
Yeah.
And I've been in Gallery 32 in Ripon. So I think one of my pieces is up there, but mostly it's online really. Just easy. Because again, like the artwork as well, the art world, coming into it, and I was like, it's really pretentious, isn't it? If you think, I really like that piece of art, but I didn't ask how much it is, because we're from Yorkshire, we went, how much is that then? How much is that?
How much?
Or the idea of going into a gallery and seeing things on show, you're like, well, I don't necessarily belong here. So why can't you create artwork that is at the click of a button, people can see it, they can see how much it is.
Yeah.
And, if you don't want the original, then buy a print. And the prints look like the original, so it don't matter, no one knows, just tell everyone you've got the original.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But that's why I created the art, because I was like doing up a house. I always did art. I got an unconditional at Leeds Art College. So then I was like, do I go down that? And then I got on the radio. And I always loved art, and I always had that sort of, in the back of my mind. And I was doing up this house, and I couldn't find anything that I was looking for to put on the walls. So I thought, everything's too expensive that I really like, or created by some interior designer, and they found it from some Peruvian artist that cost thousands of pounds. So I thought, right, I'll make it myself. So I did, and then that was
and
born.
that's where it all started.
That's where it all started, yeah, because everyone went, where's that from? And I said, I painted it myself.
And then other people were starting to say, well, do you do one for me?
And now Stacey Dooley's got one of my pieces. She's got two. I lied. She's got two.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, a couple of originals. And so stuff like that I'm like looking at her account, and I'm like, whoo!
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. I mean, that must be another pinch me point.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that is going national.
That people like it, because I think things have changed with my artwork, because when I started it, I thought, I'm going to paint things that I think people might like.
Yeah.
And then I realised, the same with clothing and stuff, then I realised, well, why don't you do what you're good at?
Yeah.
And for me, hopefully, I like to make people laugh. So then I thought, well, I could put that in the artwork as well.
Yeah, exactly. And take people on that journey with you.
Exactly. So the biggest compliments is someone says, I've got one of your pieces in my downstairs loo. My guests love it. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
That's it. Because
I'm going to go on your website, because I'm doing my house up, and I need a really good piece of artwork.
Well, I know someone who can get you a cheeky
discount.
not
that I was fishing for that.
The prices up. but that's it. When you think of your downstairs loo and stuff, that's where you should put all your most important things, because when people go
that's where everyone sees it.
You do. Yeah,
that's where Mylo kept her awards for a while in his downstairs loo. Because when you go to the toilet, you're like, what is that?
I know. Oh, that's amazing. I love it. I love it. What would you say then is, because we were talking just before we started rolling, what has been kind of one of the funniest moments that you've had, kind of where you've been out and about at events or
there's many funny moments in radio. One we always bring up was when our newsreader Henry flooded the whole radio station.
Right.
Have I got time to tell you about this?
Yeah.
It's wonderful. And then I know which one you mean. So remind me. So Henry was like our little brother. Do you know someone who's just always a student?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly the type.
You wouldn't even ask him to look after your cat, because
No.
it wouldn't survive the 2 weeks of holiday in Orlando. So anyway, he came in the studio, me and Mylo were on air, and he said, I spilled coffee on my jeans. And I said, well, never mind, go and dry them off. It had to be like that, dry them. And then half an hour later, he came back in his pants, in a radio station, in his pants, panicking. Going, I need your help. And I was like, what's happening? He went, I flooded the station. And I was like, how have we got from this to this? I've spilt coffee on my pants. And what had happened was, instead of just drying your trousers off, and he took them off, he put them in the work sink, and he put the tap on, and he forgot that he left the tap running, and it clogged up the sink. for 30 minutes. And he went off and did his news and everything.
No.
He sat in his pants.
So he sat in his pants doing the news.
He sat in his pants. So it flooded the whole of the kitchen, and then it started coming out, like seeping out, you know, like some horror movie of it following you. And bear in mind, radio stations are a lot of wires. There's a lot of wires that run under the floor, so we thought we're going off air. The only thing, because he couldn't find a mop, the only thing he could move the water with was a cricket bat. So this is the moment where he was like, help me. And I thought, no, I'm going to take pictures of this. So he's moving in his pants with the cricket bat. The door goes, and this was we were on the 3rd floor because it was back in Bradford. The door goes, and it was the solicitor's firm from underneath. And they said, have you got a leak? And Henry stood there with a cricket bat in his pants going, it might have something to do with me. So he had a really serious conversation with the law firm saying, you know, there are a lot of papers that are quite important. Anyway, the door goes again, and it was the other law firm.
Oh, no.
The bottom floor.
They were wondering if you also had a leak.
Oh, no.
And there was 2, like, I don't know, very serious solicitors there with Henry, our newsreader, in his pants with the cricket bat, explaining.
Trying to explain.
That he got coffee on his jeans and
flooded the building.
And flooded the whole building. That was amazing.
Ruined all their casework.
Oh, it was brilliant.
Funny.
So if you ever got divorced over the past 12 years and you thought that looked a bit smudged and a bit water damaged, it's because of Henry.
Yeah, it's because of Henry. I'm confused about why he thought a cricket bat would stop the water.
Because he couldn't find anything to move it, so he was like shoving it with a cricket bat.
Yeah.
It just added to the chaos that morning, and I don't think me and Mylo have ever laughed so much in our life.
It takes me back to when I was one of our producers at Calendar, and he was washing his hands in you know when the tap splashes really sort of violently, and it got trousers your colour on.
It looked
but he had to go and do a presentation to all the ITV bosses.
So we didn't have to go on air or anything like that?
No, he was doing. It was down at the big ITV headquarters down in London, and I have never laughed so much in my life because he comes out and he's like, "What am I going to do? What am I going to do?" It looked like he completely wet himself. It just looked ridiculous, and he went. I said, get under the. So he was under the blower.
That's the funnier bit. That trying to how do you dry it?
But he didn't,
like
it was
Mr.
no good
Bean.
because it was time ran out, and he had to just go and start to do this presentation. So he just take me back to that moment. This will probably get edited out, but I'll tell you anyway.
It's just too funny. There's certain things that you're like, it's quite funny.
That
Come
is
on, we're all childish.
And you laugh hysterically.
Yeah.
And every time
I
you
was
remember
laughing all the way through that presentation. I just couldn't stop.
Like,
you never forget it.
Yeah, Henry's now working like for the BBC, for BBC Local, reading the news, and every time, like if I ever switch him over and listen to him, because again, you know,
I
he's
will
like
only now
brother.
ever see Henry wearing his underpants and a cricket bat.
I'll show you, yeah. If you want to hold a still, like or something, I could put it on the screen. So there's that. One of the funniest moments, which again Mylo always brings up, is I had the honour of switching on my old village's Christmas lights one year. North Aram got in touch with me, like the committee, do you know what I mean? And they've asked me, and I thought I've made it, because I got to switch on the Christmas lights in North Aram, and I was like, absolutely, like bit the hand off. Then I would love to, because you know, I went to North Aram Primary School. My mum was teacher there. I grew up in North Aram. It's got a lot of memories. So I turned up, and there was this little old chap from I don't know, what is it called, the round table or something.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And he said, so who are you? And I said, oh, no one, but I'm Rosie Madison. And he was like, right. And he was mispronouncing my name every time, like Roby. And I went, no, it's Rosie. But I said, it don't matter, Rosie. And then the lady from the church was getting really mad at him. He said, it's Rosie Madison. Get it right. You've got to get it right. And he was like, right. And he had put his readers on, and he started scribbling it down. And I thought, I can't see that. You're not going to see that. Anyway. So there was like, you know, just a small crowd there, and I was just waiting to go on. And I was just waiting to go on and press the button. And he went, right, ladies and gentlemen of North Aram, please welcome Rosie Middleton. And it went dead, which is worse, because it went dead.
I was like, who the hell is Rosie?
Rosie Middleton. It's my new stage name. It went dead. And my husband came with me, and all I could hear was like just a pin drop, and then at the back coming from Matt. And I was like, I told Mylo, he now calls me Rosie Middleton, and that's it. It's like my alter ego.
I love that.
Rosie Middleton.
I love that story.
These stories,
love
I
it.
think that when you work regionally and you do this, there's so many funny stories out there. Like everything's these little moments.
Yeah.
But you're like, oh my goodness, why have I agreed to do this? But then they're so
it's
funny. They make up
Yeah.
what life's about, don't
Yeah,
they?
you'll know, from being on the telly round here as well.
I do. I was telling you earlier when I'm always being called Krista, not Christy, because Krista Ackroyd, who is a good friend of mine.
Are you not Krista Ackroyd?
You're on the wrong podcast.
That's
Lola.
what I mean. I thought I was finally meeting Krista.
I've had this for so long.
Yeah.
Krista. Oh yeah. Oh, you're not on the BBC anymore. No, I was never on the BBC. I was on calendar.
Do you ever pretend to be her?
No.
Oh, why do it? Why would you? This is
We're
perfect.
very different. We're completely different.
We're
I know-
polar opposites.
Yeah, I
Polar
am.
opposites.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. And then
I
just
should.
be a bit showbiz, and then go,
should.
that Krista's awful. She's lovely. She's lovely. But, get her a rep. Why not? Play the game. We sometimes get, it's Danny and Mylo. And I was like, Danny and Mylo? Which one am I? I don't know.
I
So,
know. It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think people all the time listen, do they? They don't take any
No.
notice.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it's
well,
fun.
yeah.
Funny. I love
So
those
what's the
stories.
plan now? And
Yeah.
also, do you ever get any downtime? Do you ever?
No, I don't. Do you know what? I don't even think I do. Because I think, you'll know, being self-employed, it's all about you got to just keep working.
Keep going,
haven't you?
yeah.
So when I'm not on the radio, I'm doing artwork or designing dresses or, creating these dresses for wonderful human beings. And I think that's wonderful to be busy because I'm doing things that I love.
Yeah.
What do they say? You never work a day in your life if
That's
you
true.
do something you
Yeah,
love.
yeah.
And that's it. And so it's magical. I'm very, very lucky to do what I do.
It's
And
amazing.
who knows what this next year is going to hold for you?
No, it's exciting.
What a roller coaster you're on.
I mean, honestly, last year, it's 2025. I always say there's two things that happened. One, I got on Radio 1, and two, I discovered oat milk. I've never had oat milk before.
Oh, I love oat milk.
In it! That's my new number one.
I love
felt
it.
really fancy.
Oat milk hot chocolate is the best thing ever.
Do you know what I mean?
Love it.
What? Do you have it in coffee?
I had it in coffee. And do you know who introduced me? Stephanie Hurst. She gets it down, didn't she?
She does.
She's popping up a lot in our podcast today, isn't she?
Yeah. So what we do, we ask all our guests to bring along two things, something that's really
Right.
special to them and something that means Yorkshire to
Okay.
them.
Oh, right. Well,
So what have you brought with you today,
okay.
Rosie?
Well, I think you could probably, where have I put it? You think you could probably guess?
is
Is
it
it down here? Oh, that's it. You could probably guess what my something very special is. And it's our first ARIA award. And I tell you what, our trips in it through Leeds, it's like a brick.
You can tell she works in radio. She keeps going. She knows when the mic's off and when it's on.
It's like...
Whereas I'm rubbish. I keep turning away.
Now, there's the thing, and this is really bad, because Milo's got these in his studio at home. His studio he's got a little radio studio. Don't rob him. And I've got an art studio at my house.
Yeah.
And he keeps his ARIA awards really neat and tidy. And I've got paint on mine.
Oh, no.
Because they're really good as paperweights. But don't tell anyone
I
that I
won't.
said that.
Nobody will know.
No one ever listens
No,
anyway.
do you know that though? So this was our first gold ARIA award.
Nice.
Feel it.
Oh,
Told
wow.
you.
That weighs a
Is
ton.
it meant to be like a cassette tape?
I think it's like a video, yeah.
Oh, like a
Oh
video.
no, they're speakers.
Oh, is it speakers?
I'm not.
Oh, I was thinking it was like a. I was thinking it's like, a VHS.
Yeah,
I thought
maybe,
it looked like a tape. I thought it looked like a tape.
Because I'm old and have just still
Yeah.
I
got
did think it
VHSs.
looked like a tape, but no, it is
Yeah.
speakers now.
Is it?
It's
Now
It
now
could
it's
be a
close.
radio, couldn't it?
It
if
could
we
be a
think about
radio.
it.
It's really good.
I can't believe how
Yeah,
much
so that was our
it weighs.
first. I know, that's
Yeah.
it.
That's
so it's-
amazing.
But I should have cleaned it up before coming
Yeah.
in here.
And what's
I would have if it were Krista Ackroyd, but
I know my place. I know.
Don't worry, Rolly.
And she lets me know all the time. What's the thing that means Yorkshire to you?
the thing that means Yorkshire to me is a photograph, and it's I'll get all choked up.
Oh.
It's a photograph of my dad,
Mm.
who won the first Bradford Marathon
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
look at that. I can't even drive a marathon in that time. Never mind run
Oh, my goodness.
2:27. You might have awarded him.
I might well have done.
yeah.
What year was it?
Well, it was
Well, it's black and white, so.
I'm getting a bit worried
Yeah.
about that, yeah.
So
I did actually
How
get
many
ID'd
years ago?
in John Lewis.
yeah. So he was a teacher, but he was a bit of a marathon runner as well.
Yeah.
So he won the first
his
Bradford
name?
Marathon. David Widdison.
Is he still with us? No.
No,
Oh, I'm sorry
no,
to hear
sadly,
that. Yeah.
no. Pancreatic cancer is horrendous.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry,
yeah.
Rosie.
So we used to travel the world together, and that's why it means so much. I haven't got any pictures in my house, like photographs. So just crazy paintings, but that's the only one that I
that's
have.
a lovely photograph.
And it was Mylo that found it on the internet. I don't
wow.
know how. I don't know what part of the internet that man looks at, or what he was Googling.
That's incredible.
6'4" man in short shorts, but he found it. And,
That's incredible that he found
Isn't
that
it
online.
amazing?
Yeah. God.
That is
So was
amazing.
that in the paper or did he?
I think it was, and weirdly, how the sort of the world turns. He got an interview on what was the Pulse back then, as the Bradford Marathon first ever winner. And my mum always tells me that there was like Miss Bradford or Miss Yorkshire there awarding people, and she was going along the line like shaking people's hands and giving them a kiss. But my dad, when he was running the marathon, was quite a spitty man, clearly. And he was trying. Mum said it was awful. He had a beard full of spit, and she said she was so ashamed because the woman looked at him and went. And she shook his hand.
So she didn't give him a kiss.
She didn't give him. I'll put that there.
Oh, that's lovely. That's a lovely.
That is so lovely.
A lovely
I'll
memory
keep that
for you
every
to
week
have.
now.
And why did you travel the world with him? What was
Just we would always holiday together, and we've been all around. So we've driven, down America, and we went to Sri Lanka together, and 1 year, and I'm so glad I did it after we got married. Not me and my dad. That would be strange. But I said to my husband, Matt, and I said, I need to do this because he would always take me. I was like, we were just like this. He would always take me on holiday. And I feel like, now when you get paid and your own job, you want to do something nice with your own money. And I said, I'm gonna take Dad to India and take him to the Taj Mahal. So I surprised him at Christmas time. I said,
wow.
I'm taking you to India. And it was a very special moment. And I'm glad because we found out he was poorly not so long after that.
Oh,
but the fact that we had that together, and he stood in front of the Taj Mahal, and I was stood behind him, and I said, "We did it, Daddy. Merry Christmas, we did it." And it was a magical moment, and so even though he died very young and very fit as well. I think we did a lot more than anyone else would have done in many lifetimes, to have that closeness that we had. Very special. And what was lovely as well about the show and doing the radio show, like Mylo got me through that. It was unbelievable. And the listeners as well. When I told them that my dad had died and from pancreatic cancer, the amount of people that got in touch with their own stories, I was very lucky for that they found support in that and comfort. But also the amount of people that got in touch that said, Mr. Widdison used to teach me, and Mr. Widdison got me into sport, or Mr. Widdison helped me do this, and that meant a lot. Meant a lot. So a magical man, like he's just basically like the BSG, but with a more spitty beard. You know what I mean?
Oh, lovely memories you've got of your dad. That's so lovely. But you're one of those people, I think, that has lovely people around them.
Very lucky. Very lucky.
But that's because of who you are as well. You draw people to you, so it's lovely.
I don't want to go now.
No,
Can I come on
stay
next?
here.
Can I come on
have another
next time?
cuppa.
I'm going to hide behind these bushes behind me.
And he'll be popping out. Popping out on every episode.
Mylo comes on, I'm like that.
I know. But we're very excited to see what happens next.
I know.
Really.
I know.
Give our love to Danny.
I will
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
He's in car.
Is
I'll
it
let him
downstairs
I
waiting
just
for
let
you?
a little crack out of the window, so he can like breathe at the top.
So I can breathe. Oh,
He's in
bless
car.
him. It's been so lovely to hear you and talking. And thank you for being so open and honest about everything as well.
Thank you for having me. I've wanted to come on for ages.
Oh,
I know.
have you?
I'm fangirling a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, it's been an
Bless you.
absolute pleasure.
No, thank you.
Rosie Madison, thank you for coming on Yorkshire Talks.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. We will be back next week with another episode.
Yes, we will. And a new series, hopefully, as well in the offing. We're bubbling away for the next one too, aren't we?
We are.
Yeah.
So don't forget to like and subscribe where you get your podcasts and everything. And we will see you soon.
Yeah, see you then. Bye-bye.
I made it, Mum. Chris Ackroyd.